Hello, my name is Christy, and I'm going to talk to you today about standardized testing and why you should just say no. What is standardized testing? It is an assessment technique in which all students respond to the same questions and receive a grade on it. This provides an objective assessment of the student's proficiency in a given subject. Why do we give these tests? By giving the test, it serves as a consistent means of measuring the students' accomplishments across the districts and the schools throughout the state. The outcome of the test can be utilized to guide decisions about educational policies. How do we give these tests? All students are given the same test with the same questions, which are multiple choice, under the same circumstances and the same time limit. Once the tests are completed, all the responses are graded and scored using the same predefined rubric. This allows the direct comparison of student performance across various groups and schools. Standardized testing can have lots of effects on the students who take them. Students go through high stresses to do well so they can get financing for schools or even graduate. The teaching of the test takes away from the subjects like art, history, and their electives. A one-size-fits-all test ignores factors like learning disabilities, backgrounds in the students, or their home situations. Students who study and exhibit academic proficiency in different ways may not be taken into consideration with a standardized assessment. For example, a student who is an amazing writer may not do so well and have a hard time on the multiple choice questions for the test of grammar and punctuation. The effects don't stop there. Teachers also go through a lot of effects with standardized testing. Teachers are under lots of pressure to teach the test rather than comprehensive curriculum. The time that it takes to teach, prepare, and give the test can also be a source of aggravation for these teachers. Pressure from the districts and the schools to improve the scores are terrible. These tests do not assess progress, it measures success against goals. Unfortunately, if scores are low, it may unfairly criticize the good teachers who have tried their best to get their students to do well on the test. There have been many studies and research done on why standardized testing should no longer be in schools. One of the researchers, Brian Gala, a psychological professor, states that high school grades are more predictive of college graduation than the standardized test alone. That these tests have major blind spots in them. They do not capture the soft skills like the ability of good study habits or the academic risks that the students are willing to take. For example, high school grades appear to do a better job mapping the area where resilience and knowledge meet. Ms. Tiara Swinson from Genie Academy states that the stress of standardized testing is possibly one of the most universal experiences for students in the U.S., and I have to agree with her. There are many pros and cons to standardized testing. Some of the pros are objective measurement, the accountability, the data for improvement, comparison across schools, and college admissions. Cons are narrow curriculum focus, test anxiety, socioeconomic bias. It does not measure all the skills that the student may have, and teacher evaluation concerns. In my personal opinion, I feel that standardized testing should not be a big part in schools anymore. A student may work very hard and do very well with their studies and their class performance, but have terrible test taking, whether it be anxiety or nerves. They just don't do well on the test. Teachers should not feel the pressure of only teaching the test. They should not get penalized if students fail or do poorly on the test. The teachers work very hard throughout the year to make sure that students have the knowledge that they need for these tests. Unfortunately, some children and older kids do not do so well, so the teachers should not have to pay for that. One day, I hope there might be a change and there will no longer be standardized testing. Thank you so much.